Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our next installment of the 2021-2022 Artist Interviews. My name is Bronwyn Keough. I am a current fourth year TDS student, and I am a part of the cast of An Enemy of the People. I am very excited to speak with our special guest today. He is an award-winning theater artist, director, dancer, actor, producer, and choreographer with work that spans across Europe, the United States, and Canada. Please welcome the director of our MainStage production of An Enemy of the People, Ray Hogg.
Hey.
Hi, it's so nice to have you here. Thank you. So I'll jump in with our first question. What kind of research or work did you do to prepare going into this show?
A lot of my research before coming into the directing room is really visual. I mean, obviously, I read some of the adaptations, translations of Ibsen's original, to get a sense of what that intent was, and what that arc felt like. And then I wanted to find a more contemporary version, and so working with the team here at U of T and at Sheridan, we arrived at the adaptation we're doing, which we'll get into later. I knew early on that I wanted to set the show in the Maritimes, and it felt, we've talked about this in rehearsal hall, sort of what are smaller communities and rural communities like and how they work. And just over the course of my career, I spent a lot of time in small towns, even though I really am a city boy. I was born in Toronto and North York, and I grew up in downtown Montreal, and just thought it sounds like it's the Maritimes, this adaptation. So I just started looking for imagery of like, what does it look like there? Yeah.
What has it been like directing this adaptation of the original text of An Enemy of the People?
So it's set today. And what really struck me about this adaptation is how really relevant this story is. I mean, it's what's happening politically across the world, where different ideologies are clashing, and where a bend towards fundamentalism is on the rise, and really what I'm observing is that it is all about shaping the narrative. As I have spent the past couple of years, through the whole Trump era and beyond, trying to understand how that happens, and coming to terms with the fact that people believe that the leaders they elect are there to help, even if sometimes that help is not for, say, people like me, right? Black, I'm gay, I'm a father, but I also want to walk through the world with understanding and compassion and empathy. And so saying, well, for somebody else, someone on the opposite side of the proverbial aisle, they might be feeling the same thing about elected officials who would care for me. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no black, there's no white in this play. It's all about this murky in between. But what everyone has in common in this version is they're trying to help.
What is unique about this production of An Enemy of the People?
Well, so much. I mean, at first, you are all artists on the cusp of your professional lives, and so that right away brings youth and a different kind of energy. It brings a lot of passion to the production. So, it's definitely a challenge for you all to stretch in this way, but also it feels absolutely right. Like I feel that you are all in the perfect pocket to play these characters, because you are in this passionate prime of your life, and I feel like so many of the people in the play, the characters, also have deep passion for for their beliefs.
Okay, next question. What does your directing process look like? And did you have any challenges?
I definitely am really interested in the underbelly of life. So while I believe I have a certain aesthetic, like I like beautiful things, I'm also really attracted to what's real. I like to work with the actors to find like a collective understanding of the play. So I think we did about 2 weeks of table work, which is a lot, and got up on our feet and blocked the play really fast, like lightning speed. But I think we were able to do that because everybody knew exactly what we were trying to say, and we had some debate over what we were trying to say, which I encourage, and is really exciting to me to hear everyone's perspective in the room to figure out what exactly are we trying to say, and we settled on that, and I believe we're saying that now.
How is it being directing a group of soon-to-be graduates, actors who will be stepping into the professional industry?
Directing young in-craft artists is one of my great joys. I love working with young people. I think more than once I've said to you as a group, like, thank you for teaching me this. Thank you for mentoring me through this moment. I also recognize that sort of where I sit in the world right now is not an accurate depiction of what the whole real world is like. And so it's important for me to really understand people, particularly young people, to get like what matters to young people is different than what mattered to my peer group when we were young. And it's different than what matters to me now that I'm no longer young, to be really frank. Like I have, I'm thinking about my kids entering puberty, and you're thinking about how can we change the world? It's like, I'm not trying to change the world. I'm trying to like raise the next world changers. Right. So it's like, knowing what is important to you is of critical importance to me in order to help me and my work remain relevant. So it's been wonderful to be with you and to learn from you, and tremendously exciting just to see, be able to say I knew you when, and that I'm with the future of our industry at the very beginning of your journeys is so exciting.
Do you have any favorite lines or parts of the play?
Let's rock this, I think, is one of my favorite lines. Like there's an incredible amount of references to music and DJing. So one of the assignments, which feels super pandemic appropriate, was go make a playlist from your character's point of view.
Yeah.
And then in every scene, there's at least one piece of music played that we've sort of curated from your selections. I also love, I feel like at the end of the play, Morton Keough comes in and just like drops a bomb that, even though you know it's coming, if you know the play, you're like, wow, I did not see that playing out like that.
No.
It's sort of a delicious hill behind the hill plot twist moment that just feels really exciting. It's just so exciting to watch.
What has been your biggest takeaway from your experience directing this show?
That we need to take our time. We rushed so much pre-pandemic, and the moments of this process that have been rushed have been so-so, and the moments where we've taken our time have been rapturous. And it's like we have wound up in the same place, whether we rushed or took our time, and it just felt so much better to take our time. So why not lean into the thing that feels good? Which doesn't mean move at a glacial pace or not make forward progress, but the industry has this pressure in it that I'm wondering if it's necessary. I'm trying to help my colleagues in the industry find a way to feel less of that pressure and yet continue to discover and deliver works of art that they feel are exceptional.
Okay, final question. What would you like to tell our audience members before watching this show? What can they expect?
Who are the good guys? Who are the bad guys in this show? And I believe that is the most satisfying thing to try to figure out in Enemy of the People. Who are the good guys? Who are the bad guys? I think we naturally form allegiances. We'll be like, obviously this is, but everybody at some point has to, in this play, grapples with their core values. And I think trying to put yourself in everybody's shoes in this play.
Yeah.
Like, because I think we've all been there. We've all been in these sort of true dilemmas. We've all been in situations where we feel compromised, or we have to make a choice where we have to compromise. And this is a great opportunity to very safely watch people try to navigate that.
Yeah. And I think we settle ourselves in those compromises by, like quietly at the end of it saying, well, I was the good guy in the situation, or by seeing that. But by, taking a piece of theater and watching somebody else grapple with those situations where there is no good or bad, it is all very gray, like you said. I think that's what makes it really exciting. Thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with me, Ray. You can watch An Enemy of the People from November 18th to the 28th. The show will be live streamed from Erindale Studio Theatre, which means you can watch the show from the comfort of your own home. Tickets are available in the link below. Thanks for watching.